How's it? Hang loose. Thank you for tuning in. Mongoose Max, loose Pepah. And there's just so much stuff. There's just tons. I mean, just. I went over to Waimanalo, talked with my sister there. I'm trying to convince her, because she expressed interest as well, to be in my YouTube channel. And we'd talk about something. And she was hesitant to talk about the one subject matter because she's kind of a TI, targeted individual, and she definitely wants to keep that on the down low. And so anyways, but she was telling me all about it, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do stuff on my own. Get out your tinfoil hats. And I ain't kidding. This thing here is Faraday Cloth, which will block transmissions over Wi-Fi. So if I put that cloth over a Wi-Fi router, it wouldn't give off a signal. Theoretically, I wouldn't. But that's what you want your Wi-Fi for. Apparently it's over the Wi-Fi's. And that's all the hint I got for mind control. I did talk to my brother-in-law there. He's really cool. He heads this park with a lot of animals and big, large whales, dolphins. And he's working on a sanitation thing for over there. Remember the thing that misted hydrogen peroxide? Put it in a squirt bottle. And then UV light. It's only UVC. Well, he's working on one that obtain one that has ozone, misted ozone. Could work. Could be put in parks. So there's, man, these are smart people and they're doing stuff. Okay, well, so much for all that. What's in the news? Mountain West, Sacs football. Mountain West, Sacs football. And it's 1st and 10 on the goal line. Significant? Mountain West is the division that has the University of Hawaii, the UH Warriors. I was going to say Rainbow Warriors, but screw it. 140 cases. We're still in the triple digits. 12 days in a row. The Lieutenant Governor Josh Green is giving us stuff about warnings and stuff. There's been 3 deaths. Primary election. They're all happy about this. 99% of the votes. 99%. They're just tickled about that. Anything else going on in the news? Russia has come up with the vaccine. If it works. So in Hawaii, we got 3 deaths and 2,000 active cases. We're basically a super spreader environment right now, and that's why the lockdown, because people just don't listen. They don't listen, and we're gonna have to watch out about scammers. So I'm gonna post this website about scamming. You go to aarp.org and /frog whatever or something, and it's about anti-scam. And if you see people not wearing the mask, they got a snitch hotline too. I can post that too. If you see people not doing that stuff, gathering like 723-3900. Freaking pull them up. Call them up. Say pip right there. Do it. Freaking. I'm sick of that, man. I personally, and they're scamming seniors. Fucking hell, man. Wow. So, get them. That's what I'll say. Of course, there's like 3 people watching my channel right now. Let's go, Mongoose Invasion! Get your cell phone. Yeah, I looked in this paper, and it's basically not much. You gonna play me? Right. There, White House. White House is at an impasse. Oh, industry number for the military, 7%. Wow, so that's it comes for 7%. Wife exit briefing. There's already bought that guy. Only way is closed. It is limited service. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, record number of cases or record number voting. It's the next question. Even the contact tracing. This is the only thing that's worthy of pointing out. Lebanon, which is a little country down there in the always troubled Middle East, and the Beirut is in Lebanon. So Beirut with the big bomb, boom boom. I thought it was in Tehran. That's like Iran. Lebanon with Beirut. The bomb went off, and it was nitro, whatever, the fertilizer thing. They stored it. Boom, big mistake. 150 people killed. 6,000 wounded. Thousands homeless, and they're having protests. So their cabinet quit. He resigned. Their cabinet went, fug it. Fug. Where's the pug? www.aarp.org/frog. Mountain West Sax football. Jesus Christ. Oh no. We might lose football. What the president. It will not happen. He's going to sign an executive order. Shall be football, and you shall enjoy it. And you shall pack the stadiums. Where is that sucker? I don't remember where that was. Before I get into that, I'm going to go to letters to the editor. I'm sorry. It's letters to the editor, and it's on. It's on, baby. Something letters to the editor. Where is this one thing? I can't find it. Damn it. I'll just tell you then if I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Don't just believe what I say. It's in print, so I believe it. Twitter joins pursuit of TikTok. So Microsoft in negotiation for TikTok, because they're scared the Chinese are going to take all your information. And TikTok it's in Russia too. It's in China. They're going to take all you. Who cares? What are they going to do with my information? I don't understand that. I guess my tinfoil hat's working. Faraday fabric. It's not aluminum foil, which would probably work anyway. So tinfoil hat. It's actually a good thing. Oh, we're a tinfoil hat. Twitter joins pursuit of TikTok. So the funny thing is, I find, is that Twitter is the social media of choice of the president, who was against the social media of his choice, TikTok. Now we're going to combine the two. Maybe it'll mutate. Then there's this other thing. Oh, I should have taken a picture. Maybe I'll take a picture of this. Alright. Sorry. State has only 18 contact tracers. So, despite them going, we only have 140 contact tracers, and we need 400 more. BS. They have 18. They have 18 epidemiologists. Oh no, they have 15 epidemiologists on Oahu, 3 in the other islands, taking care of basically the contact tracing of thousands and thousands of people. And they filed a grievance against the Hawaii Government Employees Association. Holy crap. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the hell. Now this is kind of fun. Get out of that stuff for a bit. Because I'm trying to make this short, but there's a park in place. There's a canal. And if you see this picture, it's this ugly canal back downtown in Kalihi area. Kapalama? Yeah, Kapalama. So this is like downtown. This is like right next to the Chinatown homeless place. They camp out still. Is really good in Kalihi's It's an old Filipino neighborhood from the plantation days, but it's not like the best part of town. You don't want to be Holly. I don't know. I wouldn't want to live there. I'd be scared as can be. It's like the kind, and there's this canal going from Macau, Mauka Mountain, running out to the ocean, Makai. It runs into the island and out. And there's this big canal, and it's like cruddy and ugly, and this canal's been there for like, 1890? 1939? I think 1939. So, but they're planning to spend $80 million, and the city of Department and Planning is going to make this wonderful, like, water park resort-like area. And they're thinking about it for the longest time. It's like what they were going to do with the Alawai. Oh, and the state closed all of the hiking trails, all of them. There's no hiking, no gathering, no park, no beach. You can't stay in the beach. You can go in the ocean, go swim, go play in the ocean. But that thing is nothing. And the HPD issued 1,350 citations over the weekend. They are cracking down like there is no tomorrow. So report any violators. 723-3900. Get them. Seriously, do it. And I'll show you why in just a second. Do you have anything else here? That's a beat. Nope. Nope. Did that. Oh, there's probably something else, but whatever. I like it. Beirut, Lebanon's government. Thug it. Thug. Okay, here's this political turn. The year 2020 at a glance, and it's always mayhem. Oh, I didn't think 2020 meant perfect vision. Here's what 2020 means. 2020 is Zozo. That's right, kiddies. The demon of the Ouija board, Zozo. 2020. Yeah. Who didn't figure that one out? Come on. I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. Get with the program. Oh no, here's letters to the editor. Now, letters to the editor is good because there's like individual opinions, and I like it. It's like finger on the pulse because you find out what people really think and they express themselves, and sometimes in weird ways. That's the fun part. Like me. Okay, no, but some of this stuff is very serious. Like Faraday hat. There's a serious thing behind that. The Exorcist thing. There's a serious thing behind that. But I wanted to keep it fun and lighthearted, so people like me and watch my video all the way through. Just gonna go dead serious and get fug. Okay. God help us, please. Okay. Is the beach closure about health or taxes? What the heck is going on? They can't go to the beach anymore. Have to wear masks and lens. And can we go into? But we can go indoor gym. I have a sneaky suspicion about. Oh, it's all about tax dollars. They don't want us to have exercise for free. They're trying to force it to tax. So this is the thinking. This is because people get frustrated, and the thinking goes negative, and they just get overly critical. I'm doing critical. I'm doing absurd critical for the hell of it, so you can say fuck it at the end of the news and just have somewhat of a happy life for a day. And then the zombie apocalypse. Each day, kind of live in the day. So, economic lockdown. Robert McLean. Oh, I said his name. Oh yeah, better be careful. Economic lockdown hurts 99% of population. Starts off, can someone explain the logic to me concerning the economic shutdown of Hawaii? Well, you come to the right place. This is Mongoose Mac's channel. Mongoose Mac's Hawaii. Mongoose Invasion. Watch out for the bomb the Metropolis. And wear your tinfoil hat. Like, subscribe. Let me love you long time. Put in comments, man. Whatever. Not just comment about stuff. I mean, I want to see more. Something other than more of this. Well, I don't know. I'll keep doing these for a bit. I digress. But Mongoose Max character theme is he like knows everything. He thinks he knows everything, and he thinks he's like bigger than everybody. But there's always something bigger, and he's not as clever as he thinks. That's a theme. Can someone explain to me the logic concerning the economic shutdown in Hawaii? Hell yeah, me. Mongoose Max. The simple math, he goes on, probably slightly wrong. Oh, he's modest. Indicates the United States, with a population of 329 million people, has had about 160,000 COVID-19 deaths. In Hawaii, with a population of 1.4 million people, there have been about 30 deaths. There have been about 30 deaths. Here. Yet we continue to keep our economy shut down for less than 1% of the population. Let me add, who are dead. No matter how we handle the epidemic, we would be better off if the economy was reopened. Agenda. This would include a society at large, including schools, tourist industry, hotels, and more, and everything will be happy, and we won't have to think about it anymore, and we'll all have money, jobs, income, and guess I'm jealous. Not to trivialize the deaths of our loved ones. Could be mom, dad, somebody, could be somebody's mom, like somebody's mom, somebody's dad, auntie, uncle, somebody's friend. What about your friend or your mom? 1% include, yeah, when it hits home, fuck. I believe we are doing more harm to the 99.9% of the population in society in general. If you are a health risk, it's up to you, not the government, to protect yourself. Well, I agree with you there. It's up to people individually to act for themselves for the betterment this way. If you can reach the hearts and minds of everybody, not preaching and not moralizing, but if we, spread the news, I'm behind it. You two be behind it. It's up to us to do something proactive and not wait for the government to $5,000 fine for not wearing a mask. What the fuck's wrong with you? People, sorry. It's a voice in your mind. Well, I'll tell you something here. 1% is, like I said, those are people who are dead. 1% of the population dead. In New York City, the population, 1% over there, they had mats and containers. Container, the back of an 18-wheeler, those container things, stuffing them with dead bodies because they ran out of room where to put dead bodies. There were so many dead bodies. Going over to places, bulldozering giant pits and throwing giant piles of dead bodies in there. You. People been dying. Asshole. I like my money. My money. It seems to be harming me. I'm just very passionate about some things now. Bars that break rules need stricter penalties. Basically saying, yeah, the 24-hour thing, they should have took the bars that violated and gave them heavy 48-hour penalties. That would have done it. And then they wouldn't have had to penalize the other bars. Ends up with, has the mayor ever been in a bar himself? One must wonder. No, I don't have to wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, my mongooses, afar and near, free your mind. Independent thinking, yeah. Think for yourselves. Besides, that's what I'm trying to promote too. Don't, just because it's in print, give me a break. But also, stick with reality. If the facts are the facts, don't 1% me with dead people. The fuck? Out of 1% of the people that are dead, how many are infected? And of those, how many that are infected are going to have heart problems? Little kids having developmental problems? This is going to people's health up for a long time. It's never going to go totally away. Fearmonger! Now this is the coup de resistance. The plan. The letter to the editor that surpasses all for today. All of a sudden I'm on Francais. Elders created a mess for youth to clean up. Translated, elders, is that like old people? Created a mess for youth to clean up. This is like kind of some immature clean your room. I've had that, so I can relate. I see and hear lots of petulant vocabulary. I see and hear lots of petulant complaints about the mostly younger people who neglect masks and social distancing, particularly putting older people like me at risk. So Dan is older, eh? I hear lots of petulant complaints about the young girls. Okay. He's old. He's hearing complaints about young people, from young people. Oh, about young people. Just read. In a younger person's words, quote, I can tell you why, boomer. Back when you were my young age, you ignored clear warnings about the dangers of racial inequality and of climate change. And your past failure to act promises me a future of social unrest and ecological catastrophe. And, yeah, generation Gen Xers, and all that shit. They talk like that, Governments you elected overspent what they took in, leaving less for my generation's needs and trillions in debt to repay. Let me stop this Dan guy here. Those are not the words of a young person, although the perspective is probably from a young person, in that kind of age group. I don't hear young people saying governments overspent what they took in and leaving less for my generation. Well, maybe my generation, but you expect us to act with you ask us to act with social responsibility, but have passively accepted an often dishonest and certainly inept bureaucracy that fails to address the medical and economic fallout from this pandemic. Okay, one thing, Dan, I know you're a boomer. I'm at the tail end of boomer, technically. I don't like this generation. It's like promotes generation. It's like age bias crap. I'm stupid. Me walking around going, you young people, if it wasn't for you young people. They're age groups, and you get certain attitudes out of certain groups because it's like father, son, parents, children, and they rebel against the parents. It's been around. Yet Aristotle coached Alexander the Great as a mentor. And Aristotle got pissed off at young Alexander the Great, basically saying, "Oh, that little petulant youth." No shit. Just do me a number. Cut me off again. I talk too much. There's so much in my mind. I gotta get it out of my mind and give it to you. I must warn you about the things. You must beware. But anyways, Aristotle was telling Alexander the Great when he was a kid about him. It was the petulant youth. There. Freaking Faraday cage I got me in, maybe thousands of that. All right. I'm sorry. Sermonizing about youthful moral failings has always been around. I guess I just said that. Aristotle. Aristotle. Imagine Aristotle. Come on, Alexander. Throw the spear. Now let's think about political, this and that. Yeah. Aristotle getting pissed off. Come on. That's an image. Aristotle. Kids these days. Basically just like that. It's always been around. But how many of us realize, I guess that means us old people, us realize that it's our past self-serving politics that guide their actions. Policies, excuse me. Nearly the same word. Dan, yes and no. Yeah, we're going to look at our own, it's not their fault, it's our fault kind of thing. Look, if a kid or whatever came up to me with this tirade of out of place, out of generational rhetoric, the government and its bureaucracies spent more than it took in. My Johnny, you're sounding much more like an economist now. However, if this imaginary young person came up to me, I'd go, "You look so good," whatever you say. That's what people do. But it's like this. Look, racial inequality and climate change, right? It always has been, and it always will be. It just depends on how much people in the now, everyone alive, that's other than the 1%, people that are alive, choose themselves to gather together and do stuff about it. Not convince other people to do stuff about it so much, but do stuff about it. Climate change. Big corporations. They mess it up. People you elect. They're puppets of big corporations. This stuff. Climate change. It's been around since 1850. Don't blame boomers for 1850, dumbass. This stuff's been around. Racial inequality. That's part of the human condition. If someone says they're not a racist, they're a liar. It's inside the hearts of people, because they look at differences and they fear the differences and they reject what they fear. Because xenophobic. Everyone's kind of racist on the inside. They see, because they're humans, they're people. The difference is if they act on those things and promote that stuff. And the worst is when it gets into laws and institutionalized biasing based on race. Like our Kamehameha schools here. They're going to develop houses along the canal because they don't know the land. Kamehameha school, it's a high school. Only Hawaiians. You gotta have Hawaiian blood to get inside. Is that racist? Private schools can do whatever they want. It's like, when you've got a high school, it's only white people. They already did that. But whatever, we ignore that. We just turn a blind eye, leave them alone. Oh, Hawaiians worship you, whatever the fuck. But if people's hearts and character, they don't let that go on, and they have friends that are older and younger, if they have friends that are of different race, they befriend them because they have common interests in their friends. They like them. They like to hang around. Think, what do you like to hang around? Here's my theology lesson for today. Watch this. Heaven. You want to go to heaven? Or don't believe in God? You can join that. If you do believe in God, you got to go afterlife and heaven and hell. Okay? What else is there? I'm at one with the universe. Not for me. But heaven. Think people you want to be around. Loved ones, friends, heaven. Think hell. People you definitely don't want to be in the same damn room with. Imagine if you were stuck there. So, heaven, cool people. Hell, assholes. Go around like that. Break your religious border barriers. Right? But racism? Inequality? Yeah, tell me who's purer than snow, right? Fucking hell. But it depends on what you do. The person has a choice to do it. See, now I'm moralizing. But so what? This is stupid, is what it is. Social responsibility? What the hell is that? What the hell is social responsibility? Eh? Oh, you're gonna lose. Oh, you didn't. You. Right? Both. Past failure to make promises a social unrest and economic catastrophe. Sermonizing about youthful moral failings. It's not youthful moral failings. It'd be sermonizing about everybody's moral failings, about not taking care of the planet. That's a moral issue. Acting on stupid things other people say. You know, stick with the facts. Oh, so and so. I've come to a screeching halt. See? Welcome to Mongoose Mac's channel, where humor comes to die and I talk too much. End it there. I confess. I bit off too much today. Anyways, have a happy day. Hang loose. Make pretend happy. Because there's economic catastrophe on its way. Actually, I'm telling you, zombie apocalypse, people are going to start acting weirder and fucking weirder. Hey, aloha.